Hello, good morning everybody. I hope you're having a good morning. Today is 3rd of March. So we're going to start our analysis with the chart on our screen. This is silver. I want us to be looking at this chart alongside gold because the two appears to be doing just the exact same thing, but of late there's some changes. They're not moving exactly the same way they were moving before. We have like some negative correlation between the two, but still if you observe the two, you'll end up getting very good results. So this chart, yesterday we were looking for a sell. We did say that following the fact that the price closed below the lower trend line, we expected a continuation to the lower side, which has not happened just yet. The price instead pulled back to the upper side. It somehow touched the same trend line from the lower side, but could not break beyond it. So that still remains to be a good place to look for a sell from. We are not going to look for a buy irrespective of whatever is happening now. As long as the price is held below this trend line, this remains to be a very good place to look for a sell from. Actually, if the price does break beyond this trend line, that's if the price goes and closes beyond this trend line, then we do expect it to continue up at least up to this resistance, which is 29.098 or 28.897. So we just want to see price continue up to this point, and then we want to look for a sell from this point. So this will give us the correct place to look for a sell from. If we sell it off from this point, but then the price proceeds up and even hit this level, then we are still going to look for a sell here. Don't get me wrong, if you sell it here and the price goes up and stops you out, this is still a good place to sell from. So this will still give you a very good place where you want to look for a sell from. The next chart I want to look at, let us now look for the currency pairs. We'll start with Euro USD. So Euro USD, so far we had some good trend line. Actually, we had this as a support, a very good trend line acting as a good support. We had this here, so we had a support here, we had a support there, and we had a support here. Currently, as we're speaking, the price bounced off from the same place and is heading towards the upper side. So expect a move at least up to this point, where if the price breaks above, expect it to continue up to 1.23281. So technically we want to see price break beyond, we want to see price break beyond 1.21772, then pull back to the same place, so that we can pick a buy position. So this is what should happen. The price needs to give us a buy from this point, which means this is a good place where we want to look for a buy from. This will provide us with a very good place where we would like to look for a buy from. The next chart, GBP USD. So this chart is upwards. You remember what we said yesterday? We said that the price needs to come back up to these two lines. So we actually did expect that if the price came back up to this point, then this could have given us the correct place to look for a buy from. If the price had come up to this point, then this could have given us the correct place to look for a buy from. Somehow the price did not come back to this level. Instead, it just pulled back up. As we're speaking now, we are still seeing some chances that the price may continue up without pulling back to this level. So this is okay, there's no problem. What we meant was, if the price had come up to this point, this could have been a good place to buy from. But now that the price has not come back to it, we're not going to hold on to it. Instead, we expect a rally up to this point, 1.41348. If the price breaks beyond this point, then this is what will give us a continuation to the upside. This is what will mean that now we are likely to see price continue even higher. The next chart which I'd like us to look at is Usd Jpy, this one. So this chart, somehow it's stagnating. It's around a very good resistance level. This, first of all, where the price came from here, this was a very good support, which was broken. Now the price is around also a very good resistance level, which is this 107.012. So if the price does not clearly break and close beyond this level, then that will give us a good place to sell from. But if we see a clear breakout, let's say the price breaks above that point, we would like to see some pullback. Then we want to see a continuation much higher up to 109.550. So this will give us a good place to look for a buy from. Does that make sense? So if the price breaks beyond this point, we want to see a pullback, then we pick a buy from this point. We do expect that buy to take us up to around 109.550. Yes, so the next chart which I'd like us to look at, I want us to look at gold. So far we did expect a sell yesterday. We wanted price to continue to the lower side. Somehow that did not happen. Instead, the price bounced off from some level which we didn't indicate yesterday. So we had this as a very good supportive trend line, and then you have another one from the top, this one. This is like a very good resistance trend line. Then we have this one here. So this is like some support, there's a breakout. If the price pulls back nicely up to this point, then this will give us a good place to look for a sell from. So technically we want to see price continue up to this point, which is going to give us the correct place where we want to look for a sell from. We'll move forward to our next symbol. You want to look at SP500 now. SP500 is bullish, we are upwards. There is no, despite the previous candles drop in price, this is still upwards. We'd like to see price continue towards this point here. We want to see price continue up to this trend line so that we can pick a buy when the price gets to this point. So far, if you took a buy previously while the price was here, you are still correct. Just keep that position open. If you didn't buy it, wait for price to come back again, then buy it now for the second time. So that's all which I have to say on this side. There's nothing much which looks good other than this level here, where if the price goes beyond, then we're going to expect a continuation to the upper side. So the next chart is Brent. So Brent, so far this is bearish. Disregard the lines you're seeing on my screen. These lines were from this chart, the one we looked at. So this is supposed to push price to the lower side. We actually expect a continuation up to this point, where we don't expect price to technically break below this level, but it's possible the price may break below it, but we don't expect price to break below it. We expect the current move we are seeing to the lower side to be just a pullback. So if the price pulls back nicely up to that level, then that will give us a good place where we'd like to look for a buy from. Does that make sense? All right, so that should bring us to the end of today's analysis. We'll meet again tomorrow at the center. So thank you, see you.